afternoon, everyone. How are you? It is great to see you once again. On behalf of Volunteers in Medicine, thank you for joining us for the 5th annual Women with Heart Luncheon presented by Florida Blue. It's so great to be back with you again. Those of you who don't know me, my name is Joy Purdy. I'm here at Channel 4, and today I'm also with Volunteers in Medicine, which is such an awesome organization. I'm so proud that I'm able to be part of this every year, and I'm just thankful and honored to be asked to come back again. So this year, as you can see, we are doing things a little bit differently, but it's still wonderful that we can all come together to support and celebrate the story of Volunteers in Medicine and to honor 8 of Jacksonville's most outstanding women leaders. Congratulations to everyone. And thank you again for allowing me to be part of this. If you would like to learn more, by the way, about these women as we get started, a link to the virtual program has been provided in the chat in Lunch Pool. If you look at the bottom of your screen, there should be a little chat button. If you click on that, the chat will open up on the right side of your screen. You can talk there. And Jennifer Ryan, thank you very much. The CEO of Volunteers in Medicine has just put a link there for you that says click here for today's program. Thanks, Jennifer. Also, be sure to take photos during this event and tag us on social media using the hashtag IamVim, V-I-M. Also, during that chat, you are welcome to talk to each other. You can ask questions, send words of encouragement, which so many of you have been doing, like Kelly Nowicki says, congratulations to such amazing, beautiful, strong women. Such a nice note there, Kelly. Thank you for that. And you'll be able to celebrate and talk to anyone that you would like there. Okay, first, we are always pleased to have with us the co-founders of Volunteers in Medicine, Mrs. Sadie Durham and Dr. Jim Burt, along with their spouses, Dr. George H. Dorian and Mrs. Mary Burt. So back in 2002, Dottie and Dr. Burt, they recognized that access to healthcare is critical to everyone's economic stability, including the more than 100,000 hardworking, uninsured citizens in our community who are really living paycheck to paycheck and really just can't afford medical expenses. Within 1 year, Dottie and Dr. Burt turned their idea into this incredible free medical clinic for the working uninsured. So today, Volunteers in Medicine operates with only 12 staff members and 230 volunteers who give countless hours to provide that vital gift of health every month. Many of those volunteers are here with us today. Thanks for joining us today. We also are super excited to announce, in honor of Dr. Burt and Dottie, Volunteers in Medicine has established the Dorian Burt Society. So this special group is for individuals who want to make a planned gift to Volunteers in Medicine. Volunteers in Medicine Board Chair Ann Carey and incoming Board Chair Dr. Barbara Darby are here as well. And actually, we really want to give a big shout out to all of our board members in attendance. So can we give them a virtual round of applause? Come on, help me out. Even though I can't see you, you can still do that. Okay, thank you all for all of the time and the hard work that you give to making our community healthier. Okay, I got to go table to table to some of you and show you this necklace up close. Can you see it? This heart diamond and ruby necklace was donated by Allen's Jewelers. Today at 12:55, we're going to draw one lucky winner who will get to take it home. And the cool thing about this, the $100 donation that you made to enter into the drawing, we're sold out. All of those tickets have gone. We were supposed to keep selling them until about 12:30. Thank you so much for your generous donations. And look, you might have to come and fight me for this as I look at myself with it on. It's a mirror. Anyway, the fun is not going to stop there either. This year, we are drawing 5 additional lucky names. Those winners will receive a Kendra Scott Airy Heart necklace. Take a look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It's so dainty. And it's perfect for Valentine's Day, just saying. So get those donations in. Well, actually, they're all sold out, but we're going to draw those 5 extra names. So we'll be able to give those away as well. Right now, we would love, isn't it beautiful, Ann Carey? I keep cheating and looking over at the chat on my screen. Love the necklace. Jeannie Techera says, love the necklace. My mom would love this. Hopefully you can win it for your mom. All right. We want to give a special thank you to all of our sponsors and their guests. And we couldn't go on without giving a special thank you to Firehouse Subs. Everyone got their little card for a free sandwich. How nice is that? And many of you are enjoying that right now, wherever you are, in your office, in your home. I spoke with one of you that was not sure that we were doing the camera thing, and you were in sweats. That's okay. You had clothes on. That is the point here. So anyway, enjoy your subs. All right. So everyone here is at least aware of Volunteers in Medicine, but there may be a few who are not as familiar with the organization and the services they provide. It's really unbelievable. But seeing is believing, and who better to tell the story of the mission of Volunteers in Medicine than the volunteers themselves. So, as you know, the volunteers are the lifeline, the lifeblood of this organization. You're going to learn more now about their impact on the health of our community.
Volunteers are the lifeblood of Volunteers in Medicine. We could not do the work that we do, serving 1,700 patients a year, without the 230 volunteers a month that spend their time with us here at the clinic. We have volunteer physicians, nurses, front desk staff, people that help with medical records, and people that help with qualifying. The volunteers are really what make this place vibrant and exciting. Their unique personalities and backgrounds contribute to a wonderful work environment.
Well, the number one things that patient is looking for is someone to listen to them. Sometimes we just say to the patient, you seem like you're under a lot of stress. Tell us about that. And then all of a sudden, all of these things come out, and we find out someone in their family had just passed away. They lost their job. They just gained 30 pounds, and they don't know why. So a lot of what I do is listen to them, and I think that is really the most effective thing that we do here at VIM.
So I've had patients that have come with pain, and then they get seen by the doctor. The doctor gives me a referral. I sign them up for WeCare. They go from WeCare. WeCare sends them wherever they're gonna send them, like to someone's hospital for the scan, or to Boiling Groover for a colonoscopy or GI consult, and then from there, they decide what's wrong with you.
You're helping people with their problems, encouraging them, giving them information that they can use. A lot of people don't use all the information you give them, but encouraging them and trying to convince them that what's best for them. That's what medicine is all about, and I still enjoy it after, over 45 years. I still enjoy being a family physician and doing that. So I demand payment every week. I get 2 pieces of dark chocolate every week, and I've told them I'm not going to come back if they don't give me that.
So I like to do different things. So I answer the phone. I make appointments, I cancel appointments, I give out information, I check patients in, I check patients out. It's always something. When I pick up the phone, it's never the same call twice. I like that.
So almost more than a decade ago, my parents immigrated from Vietnam to here. And of course we had nothing. We came here with nothing but just high hopes and dreams. As I grew up, I wanted to come back and basically give a thank you for helping my parents for the past 6 years that they were here. And that's why I love volunteering here.
At Volunteers in Medicine, you get to really take care of the patients. You're not worried about paperwork and insurance companies. You're just delivering great care. And the volunteers that work here with you, everybody's just filled with joy, and the patients are so appreciative. So it just is a big uplift to me every time I come.
To me, because it's easy to say I want to become a doctor so that I can help people, but to have actually interacted and personally known those people who need the help, that was extremely impactful for me. Absolutely plan to come back and volunteer at Volunteers in Medicine after I become a physician.
One of my favorite things of volunteer here in Volunteers in Medicine has been being able to apply my professional skill set and knowing that it's valuable for a clinic and to help them advance with their mission, but it's also valuable for myself to advance my professional career and acquire new skill sets.
Really, I consider this Volunteers in Medicine almost like a family, and so I'm very protective of it, and I think I bring that security aspect in it as well. But when I come into work, you know, they do sometimes say, oh, the officer here, the cop is here, law enforcement is here, you know, we're safe, we're good. So
it was a time in my life that my kids are grown and I was ready to give back. And I've always wanted to give back in a nursing volunteer role. And so this has been a perfect fit for that. And I've enjoyed volunteering as a nurse here. And I love giving back to these patients who are so grateful for what we do for them here.
The main thing that I took away from spending time at Volunteers in Medicine would be the interactions that I got with the different patients and learning how to talk to patients specifically in a way to make sure that they understood that I was doing the most that I could to give them the health care that they needed and deserved.
One of the things that has impressed me the most about our volunteers is how selfless they are. They're extremely generous with their time and in some cases their money. So they're just one of the most generous groups I've ever had the pleasure of working with. I think it's really fun working here. The volunteers, staff, even some patients have really kind of become like friends and family for me. So coming to work every day doesn't feel like coming to work.
I know that from early on when I was in school, I can remember thinking, my goodness, I really want to get into this graduate program. I really want to get into this school. I really want to get into this pharmacy school. And I can think of times where I made a deal with God saying, hey, I am going to give back. I swear I will if I can, if I can just get through school and that kind of thing. So I can very distinctly remember saying, I'm going to give back to this community if I can get there. And I did. So I did. I am.
But it's just Volunteers in Medicine. It's a great place. That's all I gotta say. I truly love volunteering there. Every time I can't wait on Saturdays to come by. Every time we have that one Saturday off, I'm like, oh no, my alarm still rings. Then I'm like, no, I can't go.
And I ran across a quote from Aristotle from many years ago, who said that the essence of life is to serve others and do good. So I can't imagine that there's anywhere else in the, world that does it better than Volunteers in Medicine.
Hello again. I was so busy chatting with some of you in the chat and talking about all of the people that we were seeing, all of the volunteers. So inspirational. The spirit, their love for helping really, truly is phenomenal. So, as you just saw, volunteers are an intricate part of the Volunteers in Medicine family. And what's even more impactful is that those volunteers, as you heard, get as much out of their time as they give. All right, so you'll notice that we're offering you the opportunity to give electronically during this event. And I believe, there we go. I was about to ask Felicia. Felicia is over here. She's my cheat sheet. She's one of the organizers. I love it, Felicia McDuffie. Thank you. I was about to ask you about this little window right there where we are offering you the chance to give during this event via text to give. We hope you'll consider making a small gift today. So our goal, as you can see, is to raise $15,000. Sounds like a lot, but you know what? We figured it out. If everybody gave at least $40, we would surpass that goal. So all you have to do is text, there's the directions there, text I am Vim to that number 44321, and we'll be so very grateful. Mary Nussbaum, thank you for your $5. Felicia McDuffie, Felicia, my cheat sheet, thank you, $25. I love it. By the way, for our sponsors, if you haven't had a chance to look in those lovely gift bags, you are going to be very surprised. There are some nice items, but it's the great gift from McCarty that really adds the weight to the bags. I'm sure many of you are looking forward to enjoying this, or perhaps you already have over the weekend. Isn't this fun? You don't have to raise your hand and dime yourself out. That's okay. Thank you, Bacardi, very much for your continued generosity. All right, we want to thank really all of our sponsors today: Publix, Allen's Jewelers, Baptist Health, Natural Life, Medtronic. There are so many of you. We appreciate all of you. And please know that your gift of time and treasure are making a real difference in the lives of the working uninsured. Finally, we've got to express our utmost appreciation and give a great big shout out to Florida Blue, who for the 5th year in a row has served as the Women with Heart presenting sponsor. Their commitment to their community and to giving back is recognized and applauded by all. And with that, it is my pleasure and privilege to welcome Florida Blue CEO, Pat Garrity.
Hi, I'm Pat Garrity, President and CEO of Florida Blue. I'd normally be welcoming you onto our campus to share a meal and celebrate the phenomenal women being recognized today. Even though we're gathering virtually, the work being celebrated is as important as ever. Florida Blue is a proud and long-standing supporter of the volunteers in medicine. Our mission is to help people and communities achieve better health. We can't accomplish our mission without remaining laser-focused on providing increased access to affordable health care. It's a priority that directly aligns with the purpose and passion of the volunteers in medicine. As our city, country, and world continue the fight against COVID-19, access to care has never been more important. During this challenging and unprecedented time, Volunteers in Medicine has kept their doors open to provide care to Northeast Florida's working uninsured. The support we provide within our communities must go beyond the physical. Social isolation and stay-at-home orders have left many of our neighbors and loved ones feeling added anxiety and depression. Being able to care for the whole person is a critical piece of the equation. That's why, together with UNF, we're partnering with the Volunteers in Medicine to provide telehealth services for our mental health and nutritional support. Today we gather to honor 8 women who are true champions for Northeast Florida's working uninsured individuals and families. Each of today's honorees demonstrate their commitment to our community's health in a variety of ways. I would like to personally congratulate each of you with a special shout out for Florida Blue's own Amy Ruth. She joins past Women with Heart from our Florida Blue family: Susan Toller, Alana Schrader, Velma Montero Tribble, my wife Inger Garrity, and Christie Aiello. They're all tremendous leaders and have been a strong force in Florida Blue's support of volunteers in medicine. Today's honorees demonstrate the deep bench of female leaders we have in Jacksonville who know how to collaborate and move the needle. I can think of no better role models than those who have fought for the health of our community's working poor. Thank you all for joining us virtually today, and again, congratulations to this year's Women with Heart.
Thank you, Mr. Garrity and Florida Blue again. And thank you all of today's sponsors. Can I just take a quick second? You guys are rocking it. Look at that text to give. This is fabulous. I think I get a gold star. If we reach to 15,000, I am gonna explode. That's so awesome. Thank you so much. Catherine Christie, $51. Andrea Arikawa. I am terrible at this. Thank you for your $50. Linda Lawson, $100. Thank you so much. All right, now I'm going to introduce you to someone, and this sounds cliche, but it's totally true, who really needs no introduction and is so passionate about our community's health. Jennifer Ryan. She is the Chief Executive Officer of Volunteers in Medicine, and she will begin the most exciting part of our program.
Hello, friends. Thank you so much for being here. Normally, I have tremendous butterflies as I look out at a crowd of 400 people at our annual luncheon. I miss seeing your faces, but I'm thrilled to know you are here with us today. This year marks the 5th anniversary of the Women with Heart Luncheon. We have honored 54 amazing women, including those that we are honoring today. I want to give a special thank you to the past Women with Heart who are here with us today, and a thank you to the women that we are honoring. You are very special to the Volunteers in Medicine family. I admire your leadership in this community. Your support helps us continue to provide free health care for the working uninsured. These are our friends, our neighbors, and our community. COVID-19 has presented tremendous challenges for our community and our patients. During the pandemic, unemployment reached 11%, following just 3% in February. We are seeing the impacts of insurance tied to unemployment on our community. I'm proud to say that in early March, we began seeing members of the community who lost their jobs as a result of COVID-19, in addition to those who are currently employed. We realize now more than ever the importance of staying healthy and staying employed. We also realize the importance of increasing access to health care. During the pandemic in June, we opened up a second location on the campus of Inspire to Rise. For most of you in the healthcare field, you know that 32210, where our new location is located, has the highest emergency room utilization, has the highest infant mortality, and the highest overdoses. It also happens to be where a majority of our patients live. We are excited about the impact this work is going to have on this important part of our community. Thank you so much for being here, and enjoy learning more about these amazing women we are honoring here today. We are so appreciative of your support and love for the work that we do.
All right. I'm looking a little bit darker on this side because my little light just went out, but that's okay. You can still see me, right? Darn. And thank you very much, Diane Melendez and Sharon LaShore-Roy, for those short little notes to me. And thank you, Jennifer Ryan, for your passion and your excitement, just your love of helping others. Thank you. All right, as we continue to celebrate and recognize our 2021 Women with Heart, some of you may be wondering, what role will the Women with Heart play for Volunteers in Medicine? Well, the answer is a very big one. Throughout the coming year, some will provide greater awareness, some will fundraise, all will advocate for the working uninsured. In fact, over the past 5 years, these luncheons and the Women with Heart have raised well over $500,000. That's $500,000. Totally amazing. We want to extend our heartfelt gratitude to all of our Women with Heart honorees through the last 5 years. Many are here with us today, and they actually continue to provide their support year after year. And for that, we are incredibly grateful. And we are very grateful for all of you. I am looking at this text to give. Text I am Vim to 44321. Valerie Harris, thank you. Judith Rodriguez, thank you. Kim Milligan, $256. That's awesome. Thank you very much. We are at $4,319. We're trying to get to $15,000. And remember, all you have to do is give $40 and we will meet it and supersede it. So thank you. All right. Last year, even amid a pandemic, our 2020 Women with Heart honorees hosted virtual events like cooking classes, wine tastings. They used their voice for community town halls. They held virtual fundraisers via Facebook and a whole lot more, all while having fun and promoting the mission of Volunteers in Medicine. So let's take a look.
The 2020 Women with Heart honorees created some innovative virtual events to raise awareness in the community about the good works of Volunteers in Medicine. The COVID-19 pandemic presented unformidable obstacles to hosting the traditional in-person gatherings, but our honorees rose to the occasion by creating many virtual events through webcasts. As we entered the height of the COVID-19 pandemic in March 2020, Anne Marie Knight kicked off the Women with Heart by raising funds and awareness through social media starting in February. Charmaine Chu held an Italian feast virtually in a cooking class led by Chef's Garden. Guests were led in creating a 3-course meal and toasted to good health for all. In the height of the pandemic madness, former board member Christie raised awareness of the Volunteers in Medicine mission through her network, involvement in the community, and at Florida Blue. Guests had so much fun with Ellen Williams in a virtual cooking class making paella, also hosted virtually through Chef's Garden. Donna Orender promoted awareness through social media. Melanie Lawson held a virtual town hall in August, Living with COVID, which aired on WJXT. This event featured subject matter experts and medical professionals. Included on the panel were Volunteers in Medicine CEO Jennifer Ryan, one of our volunteer pharmacists, and one of our Women with Heart honorees speaking on mental health. Mary Reeville initiated an employee giving campaign at Memorial Hospital. Tammy Daniel did a virtual fundraising campaign in October. For every $25 donated, participants were entered in a drawing for a helmet autographed by Gardner Minshew, a helmet autographed by Miles Jack, or a football autographed by Dede Westbrook. A good time was had by all as guests toasted to Klanzanetta Mickey Brown for her birthday. During this virtual bubbly tasting, guests were transported to wine country and led by vineyard proprietor Jean-Charles Boisset. In addition, Mickey raised awareness and funds through her birthday fundraiser. Tracy Holzendorf kicked off the holiday season by hosting a virtual fundraiser for Giving Tuesday and inviting friends to support during the holidays. So many innovative and fun ideas. Despite the restrictions of the pandemic, these remarkable ladies raised more than $21,000 despite the challenges that 2020 brought. Many thanks to all the 2020 honorees for a great year and for all they do for the health of our community.
That is going to be a tough act to follow. No pressure, which I'm totally kidding. So I'm absolutely certain that 2020 honorees, of course, they're going to do just as well, if not better. So you may have noticed in some of the videos, and I'm looking at some of your chat notes, Odette, also Memorial Hospital, you're saying that you're not able to see the video. I'm understanding that if you're watching from a phone, that it may not work as well as an iPad, a laptop, or a desktop. So if you can log on to one of those instead of your phone, that might help you see a little more easily. Try that. Okay, so you may have noticed in some of the videos that the honorees, they were wearing that beautiful Heart of Jacksonville necklace. Hopefully you can see it even though my light is out. We're charging it again. Anyway, this is just a reminder that we will be giving away the necklace in a raffle in just a little while. Thank you very much. Those tickets are sold out. We appreciate your generous donations and very excited for someone to be wearing this necklace. Can you see it? Worth $10,000. Yeah. Each year, the Women with Heart have been a select group of women recognized for their leadership, their advocacy, their philanthropy, and service to the Northeast Florida community. And this year's honorees are no different. Known for their compassion and their generosity, the 2021 Women of Heart have made a tremendous impact on the lives of so many. So right now we're going to take just a few minutes to get to know them a little bit better. Take a look.
Historically, law enforcement work has been very male dominant. So I've been in this profession over 21 years. What I tell younger females that think about this profession is that you come in, you do the job, you become proficient in what you do, and that's what I've been able to do. This whole profession has really been just a blessing in my life because it's been a ministry more so than just a job.
You know, we've both been police officers for a long time, and the fear is not something that you really think about, even if it's your spouse going out every day, because I know she's well capable of handling herself.
Just thinking about him gives me butterflies in my stomach. So my husband he was God sent, you know, and I tell everybody up until 13 years ago, I had never had a really healthy relationship. So my husband is truly my best friend, and he is all of that in a bag of chips, as they say.
She can cook, but she doesn't really like to cook. She likes to eat, and she loves to eat shrimp. So.
I like it boiled, fried, broiled, and I eat some form of shrimp almost every single day. And no, my cholesterol is not high.
I tell her this all the time. You make people better just because of who you are.
Years ago, my heart was consumed with hate because of a lot of transgressions that were made against me as a young person. And in 1992, I had a paradigm shift. I was a Duval County turnaround student. The year prior to, in 1992, that means I was the worst kid in Jacksonville. And I turned my life around for good. And from that moment, I knew that hate could not consume or occupy my heart, and I filled it with love. Spending 21 years in law enforcement and seeing so many people who do not have access to health care, it's been heartbreaking. I am going to be committed to educating definitely the law enforcement community, so they'll know that we have a resource that we can offer to people, but educate this community and raise money so we can help more people in this community that's in need.
My career is a long one. I started out as a securities and banking litigator in Philadelphia. I left that career and I went to Yale Divinity School in Connecticut. I'm an ordained Presbyterian minister, and part of that process is taking a course that is called Clinical Pastoral Education. I was used to a career when what was asked of me was to go in and fix a person's situation. What do you do when the situation's not fixable? How do you touch their hearts? What does it mean to them? How do they understand and make meaning of their life with life-threatening diagnoses? It was something that brought this old Philadelphia lawyer to her knees.
Indeed, a corporate attorney, as it were. And I think all of that perspective just makes her a real unique talent. She is all about caring and uplifting folks in their time of greatest need. And it takes a woman with heart to be vulnerable enough to be empathetic and feel what those patients are going through.
COVID reminded me what it means not to be perfect, what it means to remember deeply to care for other people.
Patty and the spiritual care department developed the content of what we called the Rest and Revive tent for our team to have a place to go either before or after their shifts to just decompress.
During those times, there were mental health professionals available, there were chaplains available to talk to team members should they be struggling with anything. And I think what the team members would say is they really took care of each other and they held each other up. It was really a very heartwarming thing to see. What is one of my guilty pleasures? I love to sail. I love to be on the water. I love to watch bad TV shows. The British baking show also got me through COVID-19. The calmness of other people baking and just enjoying each other's company was quite a balm at the end of a busy, hard day during COVID-19.
Our mom started back to school with Beam literally out of our house. We were probably in elementary school.
Just the idea really came into my mind that maybe we could do a back to school program that would be a giveaway, but wouldn't be called that. It would be like shopping in a department store.
And I distinctly remember her driving from neighbor to neighbor, friends' homes, picking up bags of clothes that she would then store in our back house. And then
the overflow she would store in our house. So we were literally we would just step over bags of clothing.
We organized all the clothing so that they could come in and choose a certain number of items and shop. I have a very unusual living situation at the moment. I already had one daughter living with me. She's an assistant state attorney. My other daughter moved back here with her husband from England and our only little grandbaby. So everybody's stuck.
And we see my mother's 98-year-old mother, our grandmother, on a regular basis. So we still have yet to eat in a restaurant, whether it's inside or outside.
I'm not sure what people don't know about me. I'm not very secretive.
She does like scotch. But one of her other executive pleasures right now, at least, is watching the Great British Bake Off. She also thoroughly enjoys that show, and I think it's on its 8th season right now, and she just loves watching with us. I think the three of us watch it together a lot.
I do believe that chocolate chip cookies, any cookies, have a role of being eaten. And I almost would have a philosophy that you might as well go ahead and eat all that you want because you're going to be eating them anyway.
I know over my lifetime, I'm often told, like, Kara Wolfson's your mom. And then the very next phrase is, those are big shoes to fill. Because they are. She's someone who I have no idea how she does what she does. I don't know how she has the time to do all that she does. Or how her passion, it never wanes.
The mission of Volunteers in Medicine and the mission of Ascension St. Vincent's to me, are almost one and the same. As a nurse, you go into nursing because you have a heart for it and you want to take care of people, and you know that this is a profession where you will be exposed to things that other people may not necessarily want to deal with. We contracted with our scrub company so that when they came in, they could change their clothes and they put on these scrubs that we provided to them, and then at the end of their shift, they would take those clothes off so they didn't have to take those clothes home, and potentially expose their families.
She didn't seem to worry about it, so that relieved me a lot.
My parents both passed away within about 18 months of each other. Both of them were uninsured. They were people who only went to the emergency room when they needed care. So my father died of lung cancer that was not caught early at all. He would go to the emergency room, they would tell him that he has asthma and give him an inhaler. My mom ended up passing away from a vascular disease, again, wasn't caught till later on. And I feel like an organization like Volunteers in Medicine, that's what that's for. Being a partner of the Ford Christian Center just means so much to me. When I first started going there, my father was sick at the time.
Myself, I'm also a deacon in church, so I'm very proud that she's, she's in there with me, both serving the Lord the same way.
I can't replace her mother, but I did let her know, even though I can't replace her, I'm still proud of her as a daughter-in-law. And I'll do anything I can for her. So I know her mother is very, very excited. She was always proud to say, no matter what, that was her girl. Very proud, just as I am.
Were those awesome or what? Didn't you just fall in love with them all over again? And those of you who didn't know, some of them, maybe you learned something a little new. I'll tell you, truly exceptional women, their kindness and generous spirits, so evident. It's easy to see why they were chosen as women with heart. All right, let's check in on our text to give. $5,600 of our $15,000 goal. Leslie Montoya, thank you, $104. Kimberly Wolfson, thank you, $25. Mary Beth Jansen, thank you very much. Whatever you can give. And here's something interesting. I'm being reminded, thank you, Felicia, my cheat sheet, that you can also watch this program on Facebook, the Volunteers in Medicine Facebook page, and you can give on there too. Just saying. Thank you so, so much. All right, and just a reminder, in order to do that, all you have to do is text I am them to that number, 44321. Lucille Bessler, thank you. Appreciate that so much. Okay, now back to learning more about the rest of our amazing Women with Heart.
I'm motivated by the ability to make a difference. Every interaction I've had with any of the charities I've supported leaves me in a position to be a better leader for my company.
COVID-19 has been a bit stressful in our home. Last year, I battled breast cancer successfully. Amy took that very seriously, in addition to the safety and health of the thousands of people that work at Florida Blue. She is outstanding at separating her personal time from her professional time.
I would have told you I'm not a work-at-home girl. I much prefer to be in the office. My little dog is very happy.
Pretty much everyone at Florida Blue knows this dog. She's been on a lot of Zoom calls. She's pretty popular.
I would love to tell you my guilty pleasure is a really nice glass of wine. Or enjoying a really nice bottle of wine. That is actually one of my guilty pleasures. But if I'm honest, my real guilty pleasure is Captain Crunch with Crunch Berries.
I've been told don't bring it in the house. It is just not healthy for me to have it in the house. So I'm trying to listen to what she said.
Thank you to my wife, Michelle, and all the support that she gives me. She's just the light of my life.
I think that anyone that spends any time with her and anyone that gets to know her will just be addicted to Amy Ruth. She's just that positive of a human being.
Dianne and I met on a blind date, basically. Her friends had to drag her out to meet me. We knew right then there was something special.
One thing that people might not know about me is that my youngest son was actually born in my minivan. We were en route to the hospital. I was like, sorry, babe, you gotta pull over. Now's the time. And it was. And he delivered a healthy baby boy on the side of JTV.
Fortunately, being a family medicine physician, we do that in our residency. I delivered lots of babies. And she calls it her best delivery of the 4. It was a great experience for her. She really enjoyed it. I wouldn't say the same. I don't want to do it again.
Every now and then, I have to have some dark chocolate or some kind of vegan junk food like that, some kind of vegan dessert. And don't tell anybody, most of what I serve for Thanksgiving is vegan and people don't even know.
Dianne is happiest when she's with her children. She makes birthday cakes like you wouldn't believe.
My most, I guess, difficult or elaborate cake was a Beatles cake that I made for my daughter for her birthday.
People think they're professionally done, and I would agree. She was over the top for her children.
I'm so grateful that we have an organization like Volunteers in Medicine in our community. It makes a huge difference, not only in the individual patients' lives, but also in our community at large. It keeps our community healthy. And I'm so grateful that we have that in Jacksonville, and I'm so grateful to be a part of that program.
Sherry's a mover and a shaker. She's passionate about whatever she's passionate about, she's passionate about.
I have been striving to work for a world-class food service operation at Mayo Clinic. And our intent is that we can be an example to people in our inpatient setting to go home and be able to prepare these foods that are lower in fat or lower in salt, and that they are still tasting good and they are healthy. I have no guilt about the food that I eat because all food may be eaten in moderation. And if you practice that, you should not feel guilty for consuming something that maybe the internet says is bad. Foods consumed in moderation are appropriate. Every night I have one cookie or one small piece of chocolate. And I like sweets, and I like to end my day with one sweet treat.
You know, one of the things I really admire about Sherry is that she pushes people to be better than they think they can become. And she was aggravating me about, come join the bike team. And, you know, I live in Mandarin, I don't have a safe place to ride, I don't have a bike. And she said, well, don't that stop you? And so she asked around and found somebody who had a bike that I could borrow. And next thing you know, I was on the Mayo bike team riding in the MS.
Many people have no idea that I can swim nonstop for an hour. I can cycle for 50 miles and not bat an eye.
She said, well, now we need to do triathlons. She has an infectious spirit about her, and she's one that would infuse energy and enthusiasm no matter the task. You can be picking up trash on the side of the highway, and it'll be fun because Sherry's there.
There's quite a bit of volunteering opportunity in the world, and all it takes is one person to make a difference, or one person to get someone else on board and enthusiastic to come on along with you.
She and I got into a lot of good trouble together, and it's just been a pleasure, and it's no surprise at all that she's been granted this award.
I'm looking for my next opportunity because there's a lot left to do.
I come from a long line of teachers. My grandmother was a school principal. My mother was a teacher at the university level, and my dad was a coach. So I grew up with teachers. My husband is a marriage and family therapist, and we met in school. So I kind of say all good things happen in school. I think I was drawn to nutrition because I took one course in my first year in college and just loved it.
Kathy and I have known each other for many, many years. If you believe that friends are the family you get to pick, I think I have been very fortunate to be able to pick Kathy.
Well, you know, being in nutrition, I love food and I love to cook. So my husband and I we enjoy cooking together, and pretty much the first question we talk about every day is, what are we going to have for dinner?
She's a good cook, and it's really funny because she has actually organized study abroads to Italy, and they've been really fantastic. They've been very engaging. They include cooking lessons on Italian. So yeah, food surrounds her life and she loves it, and it's part of what makes her special. I think she's happiest when she's doing something for others, actually. That's really her sense of fulfillment and existence is in working on projects that are contributing to the betterment of others through nutrition.
We have a program at UNF that recovers food from the local hospitals and repackages it, and then our students deliver it to 100 people that are on the waiting list for Meals on Wheels. So we're actually delivering those meals to the elderly, and that may be the only food that they get.
Her passion for service extends to many different areas, and that's one of the things about her that shows that it's really a true dedication.
At UNF, we love having ties with the community, and we go to all of the healthcare facilities, but there's something special about volunteers in medicine. And what's special about it is that everybody who's there wants to be there. And they want to be there because they know they're making a difference in the community. And our students get that. They get it from the minute they walk in the door. And so I think it's really important for us to be there with them and for them to be able to experience that. And they can see the benefits that the patients are getting and that they wouldn't get without volunteers in medicine. They may not know how much I love baseball because my dad was a baseball coach and he taught me how to keep score of baseball games. So when I go to baseball games, I've got my scorebook and I'm keeping track of every batter and what happens. And not too many people do that or know that, but that's something that I really like to do.
She deserves all the kudos she gets because she really is a fantastic colleague and friend. So I'm really happy for her.
Oh my goodness. Do you not feel such high regard and admiration for all of these outstanding ladies? And can I just say, when I'm doing the news and everybody comments on like my arms and this and that and my physique, Sherry, with all that energy that you have, you are like working me out under the table. Holy cow, I got to step up my game now. Just wanted to say that. Okay. And now, without further ado, please welcome your 2021 Women with Heart.
Volunteers in Medicine's 2021 Women with Heart honorees are Lakesha Burton, Christie, Sadie Durham, Dianne Johnson, Mahoney, Patricia McElroy, Ruth, Wolfson. Please show some love to these ladies for their leadership and all they do in the community.
In the words of Nelson Mandela, we can change the world and make it a better place. It is in your hands to make a difference. Each of these ladies has decided to make a difference by increasing awareness and funding to support the mission of volunteers in medicine. Now, these ladies, they represent the finest in Northeast Florida communities, and Women with Heart 2021 is just the start of a series of monthly events tailored to reflect each of their personalities and the ways they're going to contribute. I'm really looking forward to learning more about the creativity and determination of these women in the coming months as they broaden the reach of volunteers in medicine. This entire event really has given us so much to think about. Really, how many of us really truly know the trials of what the hardworking people go through when they lose their health insurance? Do you know what it's like to budget for food and shelter and forego your own health care out of financial necessity? Gosh, ladies and gentlemen, this is Volunteers in Medicine's largest fundraiser. If you were moved by today's events, I invite you to support the organization with a tax-deductible contribution. Right there, we see text I am them to 44321. We are at $6,000 of our goal of $15,000. Thank you, Ann Carey Holt. Thank you, Susan King, Sheila Collier. We thank you, Julia Baker, and Anonymous. I like that. Do it anonymously if you don't want me to call you out. There we go. All right. We are going to close our program today with the drawing. Someone is going to be the lucky winner of the Heart of Jacksonville necklace donated by Allen's Jewelers. And again, it is valued at more than $10,000. Felicia, thank you for your help. Let's see here. Here, I'm going to turn this a little bit so you can see. There we go. All right, here we go. No, once again, This necklace has been worn by the 2020 Women of Heart, and 100% of the proceeds for the ticket sales will help provide Volunteers in Medicine's patients with the gift of health. All right, here we go. The winner of the Allen's Jewelry Diamond and Ruby necklace is Dr. Ken and Lanisha Adams. Congratulations! That's so awesome. Here's the catch. You got to fight me for this necklace. Good luck. Congratulations. Here you go, Felicia. Okay. And now the 5 lucky Kendra Scott Ari Heart necklace winners are, they're going to be 5. I'm going to read them off. Here we go. Picking one. Tammy Spriggs, congratulations. You are number 1. You're number 1. All right, here we go with number 2. Michelle Sadala. Congratulations, Michelle. We have got your information. We will make sure you get that. All right, let's go for number 3. And I see a couple that have fallen out, so I'm going to take one of those. Number 55 is John de Bardeleben. Am I saying that right? De Bardeleben. De Bardeleben. Thank you, John. Congratulations. We have 2 more to go, right? 2 more. Let me go way inside here. And pick one. All right, who is this? This is number 113, Josh Stewart. Congratulations, Josh. All right, 1 more to go. 1 more. Who's it gonna be? Let's see. I can't pick one up. They're like slipping and sliding all over the place. Here we go. This is number 50, Mary Vickers. Mary, congratulations. Congratulations to everybody. There you go, Felicia. And once again, my time is coming to an end to wear this necklace. Volunteers in Medicine will be sure to get those necklaces to all of you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes. Oh, thank you, Memorial Hospital. I'm looking at your chat. Thank you. Thank you, Cynthia Griffin. Great job, Joy. Thanks. I love it. Stephanie Fish, thank you for that. All right. We are concluding our program. It's been wonderful being with you today. Thank you so much for supporting Volunteers in Medicine. And we really hope that you've enjoyed your time. The Women with Heart 2021 presentation. And we look forward to seeing you throughout the year. And of course, at our next Women with Heart Luncheon, hopefully in person, and I can hug you. All right. Have a great rest of your day.